Well, I've been dying to make a video. For those who follow my channel know that I'm in the process of a move, kind of camping still, kind of not really settled, kind of all over the place. All is well. New computer, but this one's not really working all that great when it comes to recording. Hopefully this will upload, but Universe doesn't want me uploading videos for a while. So hopefully this one will work. I've been getting some opinions about Wall Street and the stocks going down, and now the protesting that's going on, Occupy Wall Street. And the markets, as far as I'm concerned, as predicted, was going to crash, and it ain't done yet. It's probably going to go up because a lot of people are thinking, oh, I could get rich now, I can invest when everything is low. And so people have lost their shirts, no doubt. And now there's the next round of people that are going to lose their shirts. So it's going to be a process of going up and down, up and down, up and down until it completely crashes. We've passed the 11th hour of that sucker going up. And the protesting, I love what's going on. And the most unique reason why I love it going on is because nobody really knows what the hell they want. And that is priceless. That's what I love the most. And why is because all systems are flawed. We live in a system world, and every system that we function with is completely flawed. So eventually it's about to collapse. So it's not Wall Street. Wall Street is not the root cause of all of the problems people are suffering from. So if all systems are flawed, um, then it's going to affect everybody differently, but it's all going to collapse at the same time. But everybody's, no, this is what's happening. No, this is what's happening. No, this is what's happening. We're going to have so many different ideas of what the root cause is. And we're just going to think like we don't really know what the problem is, what you really want fixed. And you won't really find too many people in agreement. But the agreement is something's wrong and we want it fixed, and we want it fixed now, and we're not going away until it gets fixed. So I'm liking that part, and I'm liking that they're peaceful, and I'm liking that they are communicating so effectively. They are dealing with it on a democracy basis where majority rules. That's part of the problem. Is and you won't solve anything if you are the problem. Einstein said it best. You cannot solve the problems using the same mindset that created the problems. So basically, when you get 51% of everybody voting on something, that means 49% will suffer from whatever solution you all are voting on. So the new change is solve all problems. You need to fix every single system, get rid of every flaw. We know what the problem is and we know what the solution is. We just need to do it. And we need to come in agreement of what it is that we do, which means everybody wins. So this is good times. This doesn't have to be the end of the world, but it will be the end of our world if we don't get this right, and we don't get it right fast. So it has to be like not majority, but the oneness of us have to be in complete agreement of everything that we do. Everybody's problem needs to be heard. So the people that have no voice, that can't afford to go down there, can't even communicate. They may be on drugs. They may be, which is painkillers. There is a root cause of why people are on drugs, and usually it's society creates our addiction. There's something shitty about our world that makes you want to drink all the time, and a lot of people can't handle these addiction programs because the root cause of our social problems are never fixed. And the deal is you got to toughen up and live with it, and life's not fair, suck it up. And it's like, now is the time that we need to create a fair world. And it's possible. We just got to, being fair. There are some of us that don't want to play fair. So if the majority of people that are suffering can be in agreement, we want a fair system, then that will overcome it. These people that don't want to live fair, think of them as being mentally ill. And We just need to understand why they don't want to live in a fair world, and figure out their logic. Get them to see what it is that they're doing, because they're not happy people, and we want them to be happy. Um, so to get more to why I like everything being disjointed and all systems are flawed, first one is the justice system. None of this political problems that we're having, the Wall Street problems, nothing could happen economically if we had a fair justice system. But the rich rule the courtrooms. The rich make up the laws. So people are in jail and they're guilty. Their lives are destroyed. We, the public, think people are guilty just because they're in jail. We have no compassion. We have no love. We have no understanding. Yet, if it was you in jail for a crime you didn't commit, you'd be sitting there going, how come the world doesn't care about me? How come the world is. I mean, if you walked a mile in somebody else's shoes, you would say this is wrong. You don't want it to happen to you. So our justice system definitely needs to, it can't tell the difference between right and wrong, mostly because judges are biased. We are all, not most, all judges are biased. We live in a biased world. You see things from your perspective, and there's always going to be somebody else that sees things from their perspective. And unless you can see things from my perspective, you are only looking through your own glasses and not looking through my glasses. Otherwise, you'd see where I'm right. So all judges would have seen where I'm right, and they would have seen where the enemy was right, and be able to understand what the problems are. But a judge prejudges as to what evidence is relevant and what isn't. Um, and at the same time, even police, you can see what the police are doing. They prejudge before anything even gets done in court. Another ways the corporate structure is, if it killed a billion people, well, they know how to drag a court case on until you're dead. They know how to take over your farms. They have all of the money. The poor do not have equal access to the justice system. So there's so many flaws within that system that need to be fixed, that can be fixed. We know how to do this. It's not rocket science. We just have to want to have a fair system. Then your education systems need to be changed. They're teaching you how to be brain dead. They don't teach you how to think out of the box. They don't teach you how to use your brain. They teach you what the corporate structure wants you to be. You're basically, hey, here's how to be a slave. Here's how to make your brain go completely dead, and you don't even know what the hell you're doing because you're so friggin' brainwashed and think you know what you're doing. You want to learn how to destroy an economic system? Go and take economics. You want to know how to destroy a global economic system? Go become a lawyer. You can be highly educated to know and learn how to screw the whole freaking planet. So what we learn and how we learn needs to be changed within our education systems. Our political structure. Do I need to say too much there? That it doesn't matter what country. There's patterns within patterns within patterns. It don't matter what country you live in. It doesn't matter if it's communism or socialism. It does not matter, because none of it works. If it was worked, everybody'd be happy. There'd be no poverty. And guess what? If we actually had a functioning healthcare system, everything is causal. So our lifespan would increase, not decrease. We are living very, very short lifespans compared to what our potential is. And remember, this global game that's been playing out for thousands of years. So you don't know what our full potential lifespan really is in a fair system. In an unfair system, people die. In a fair system, you wouldn't age so much. Accidents would be prevented. You'd be happier. You wouldn't have the need to do drugs, or there's so many diseases are created from our economic system. They don't mind putting pollution out in the air. They've been doing that since our industrial revolution started. They've been polluting the planet, and we have never ever connected the dots that they're creating cancer. How you work and the products that they make in the environment is killing you. So if you actually did things right, we'd be getting rid of diseases. We look at our medical systems as something happened to you, take a pill. What do you do next? Take a pill, let's cut you out, let's do something medically after the fact. But actual good medical care that has been proven to work is cure the causes, and the body tends to heal itself from diseases, cancer, AIDS, mental illness, addictions. Everything can be cured using this process and has been proven to do so for over 20 years. Um, so our healthcare system, instead of looking forward on how to cure things, it's looking past what's causing you to be sick. And we actually need, a justice system that can point the finger at, hey, this corporate structure is poisoning us. We need them stopped. Our justice system can't do that, and a lot of our medical systems won't do that because you medically need to prove what's going on, but you can't get a doctor to do shit these days. They make too much money off the pills they sell, and they don't want to look at causes because then they can't sell their pills. So there's no intention. We can cure cancer, but then how many people would be unemployed if the cure was revealed that our lifestyles, our way of doing business, there's so much opportunity. We've done everything wrong, so the opportunity now of doing everything right would put everybody back to work. But we all have to be in agreement that time to claim bankruptcy. Those who have stuff need to figure out how their stuff is going to be shared equally with everybody else on the planet, and it's time to make some global changes. And there are going to be people out there that says that's impossible. Sorry, I've lived in this world long enough to know that anything is possible. So we can see some major global changes that will solve every single problem known to humanity. And we can do it now if we are peaceful, calm, and we listen. And don't vote on only your issue is important. It's got to be everybody's issue important. And my focus would be on systems. Look at every system and demand change within those systems. And it's got to start with your justice system. Then it's your political systems and your banking and economic systems. All of those three need to be changed. And once that gets into effect, then we need to teach it. And farming's going to be number one. Farming and transportation. We have free energy. It's time to pull that out. And we need to start growing healthy food, not Monsanto's food. And yes, there's galactic problems, but you know what? When we fall into the solution, it will also solve that problem as well. Everything can be solved. And this is what those small 1% are scared of. Is because when we start getting together peacefully and calm and love each other, we can do magic. Peace out.